Greetings, I'm Demonac, and it's arena time. Somehow my mage got onto thin ice, making it a whole lot less likely that I'm going to surpass my previous win. Still have to try, though, since they were kind enough to increase the cap on arena wins. It also possibly means, I don't know if that reduces the rewards any for smaller numbers of wins. I know they recalibrated all the arena awards. It's hard to say at what point that would kick in. This is the third mirror match I've had with this deck. So much mage on mage violence. When will it end? Get rid of the polymorph. I'd rather have the polymorph later in the game, when my opponent's more likely to have something huge and immensely fat and bad. And I just hope that I can get less expensive 4-mana spells or creatures to deal with things. Of course, I was forgetting, this is the deck where all my stuff costs 4, isn't it? So, yeah, I do need to stall somewhat. I'm gonna play you. Why not? Pretty sure he's gonna get killed, but if my opponent put out a 3-2 and I had not played this, then I would be annoyed at myself. So, I gotta at least try. And theoretically, if something weird happened, like played a Murloc that dumped another Murloc or something, I could Cone of Cold. Actually, the +1 spell damage wouldn't matter for that particular, so I'm not sure how it would come up as mattering. That's fine, because I can just kill that. It means I'm not doing anything on my third turn, but guess what? I had nothing to do on my third turn if there wasn't a target worth the Cone of Cold, so I am perfectly happy with using my Fire Blast and hitting for 2. That works out just fine. There's a waste of an owl, too. That silence might have been useful later. What do you got? You got one of those. Okay. Noted. Oh, yeah. I had some other good options, but this takes the cake. I'm just going to hang back with my Geomancer. I don't see the value in taking 1 damage right now and getting it within Fire Blast range, since I'm hoping that my Yeti can just solve this guy. Now, he might get polymorphed or fireballed or any number of bad things. But I don't think that doing 2 damage to that and bringing this within Fire Blast range would be a worthwhile exchange. Against a non-mage, like there are 6 classes who don't have an ability that just deals damage. And against any of them, I probably would have gone that trade. It's not a real trade, they wouldn't both die, but it would take them both into death range of each other. And I think that would have been worth it with most decks, but not against a mage or a druid or a rogue. What you got? Okay, that makes him a lot more dangerous. Curses. Well then, I have 5 mana. That's not enough to play Spell Power and Cone of Cold, but it is enough to Cone of Cold and do that. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I don't know, it may be a bad idea not to put out another creature, but like I've got pretty good creatures here, but it just seems like I have more of an advantage in terms of what's in play by doing this. That will go away pretty quickly if he can just kill my Yeti easily, but if he can't, you know, here comes the big old questing adventurer. Yeah. That's a decent use of Arcane Intellect, I'll give you that. So, what do I want to do now? I have 6 mana. I can play any 4-cost guy and do 1 damage. I'm probably not playing her because I can't do anything else better with her. I'm better off playing a 4-cost guy. I could play the Cult Master and attack that I don't like because I'm actually not losing the Yeti in either of these trades. That would be pretty silly. So I'm pretty sure the Yeti is just killing the questing adventurer, and then it's what else am I casting? could cast him and draw a card, but that gives me less right now. Unless I draw something that can kill him, and that's a real crapshoot. I have 1 Frostbolt in these 21 cards, and that's about the only thing that would do that. So I don't think that's actually a good idea. I think I'm better off playing stuff that can fight him better. Yeah, I think it's pretty straightforward Dragonlink mechanic. And I'm going to do 1 damage to him, because why not? I mean, theoretically, if he's going to trade it for the Yeti, then that would be pointless. But he's not going to trade it for the Yeti, he can just shoot the Yeti. Ooh, that stings, though. Okay, so my own medicine there. Wish I had more Cone of Colds in here, because it's awesome. Okay. It's not working out too well. Well, I can play the Ancient Mage, give this 1 spell power, and then... No, that doesn't work. This doesn't get spell damage. I almost convinced myself to do something stupid there, so that would have been nice. I can either play this and do 1 damage, but I can't do 1 damage to this because it's stealth. Otherwise, I would just do that. This is also easy to kill by the Dark Iron Dwarf. So the other choice is I can play the Gnomish Inventor, see if I draw anything interesting, I probably won't, and then play the Scarlet Crusader, who takes at least a little bit of doing to get rid of. And these guys can trade just fine with them, so I think that's actually a good plan. It's a good use for the Gnomish Inventor. Now, he might come in handy later, but yeah, for now, just play you. Right now, her bubble's working out well. She takes a fair amount of effort to get rid of, and this takes a fair amount of effort to get rid of, unless my opponent just trades the Dark Iron Dwarf, which is fine. Pretty even-looking game so far, although next turn I start being able to play 2 things a turn. If I have any forces alive after this turn, then the Cult Master might start to shine. It seems unlikely. I'm going to have maybe 1 thing left alive. If my opponent had a Flame Strike, I wonder if she would play it now. That would be a tough choice. Because while the Flame Strike would devastate my forces here, it wouldn't kill her. She'd still have to either trade the Worgen or something, because she wouldn't have enough mana to do it the same turn. And this doesn't seem like quite enough stuff for the Flame Strike, because none of these are actually all that great. Her main power was the ability to survive a Flame Strike. That means it doesn't feel really worthwhile when you Flame Strike to kill her. Flame Strike, kill everything else, and she gets to use her power. Going that route? Okay. I guess this is easier to shoot later. That one did have 2 health. Ooh. That was unpleasant. Healing. Oh, interesting. I could bounce her. So I could attack with her, bounce. Yeah, it's not really helping out that much. Right now, my guys get their butt kicked. Can cast this, draw a card. This is a bad time, though. I've got 8 mana in the deck of 4-cost things. I'm pretty sure I want to play 2 4-cost things. I think what I'm going to do, actually... I'm going to first play the Cult Master. I'm going to trade the Scarlet Crusader. Kill this guy. I'm tired of him. See what I draw. Fireball. So I could expend a Fireball to kill that. Doesn't seem great. So this is interesting. How much do I care about the Cult Master? Because I could just return him to my hand with the Brewmaster. It would give me less in play, and my opponent could easily just kill it, like 3 and 1, or use some kind of spell. But then I'd be able to draw another card from this guy afterwards. But if I just played the Water Elemental, it's got 6 toughness, it's going to stay out. And my opponent can trade these, can kill this, sure, but it's going to be harder. I think it improves my board position more, but I don't know, card drawing is super good. This is probably dumb, but I'm going to do this. I think the Water Elemental was a smarter play. This one's a very gimmicky play, but I don't know. For some reason I liked this play. It is going to get me to draw another card, hypothetically. Theoretically, I shouldn't say hypothetically. It's a very solid theory. I should be able to arrange things so that this guy draws me another card. Ah, damn it. That's not good. And now he trades his stuff. Yeah. That's okay-ish. That's not as nice. Polymorph. Polymorph works okay. So I now have enough mana that I can play the Azure Drake and still play a 4-cost thing. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to play it, draw the card, and then see what my options are. It's probably going to be Flame Strike. No, okay. Just because a Flame Strike would have been really annoying at that point. Just like, wow, why didn't I have that before? But, yeah. So this will get frozen if he gets hit by that. I need to kill this thing somehow. This will actually kill the Water Elemental if I want to do it that way. But then my opponent can just trade this and Fire Blast and kill that. It's not necessarily the most efficient. On the other hand, what else do I do? My opponent is... If my opponent goes like BAM and then Fire Blast, that's a whole lot of... That's like a dead Azure Drake, and my opponent still has 2 things out there dangerous. Oh, man. I think what I wanted to do is polymorph that. That significantly reduces my opponent's options. This is probably a stupid play. Excuse me. I just feel like I'd rather keep the fireball, even though I'm probably doing it backwards. I'd probably be better off blowing that up with the fireball and keeping the polymorph in case something incredibly gross comes out, something with more than 6 or 7 toughness. So yeah, I'm actually doing that stupidly. I should have just fireballed that. But I feel like the fireball can be used against the player, so you've got that trade-off. But no, I should have actually just saved the polymorph for something even more dangerous. She's probably not casting another creature if you played him first. It would have to be a cheap one, like a 1-cost creature, because he increases all her costs of minions. Well, everyone's cost of minions by... No, just hers. By 3. It's late at night. Okay. What have we got here? So if I saved my polymorph, I could have polymorphed him. Now it's going to take 6 mana for me to fireball that guy, which is not as good, obviously. On the other hand, if I leave him out for another turn, it does probably slow down my opponent somewhat. I have 10 mana, so I can play a bunch of junk. But he's got Taunt, so that works okay. Casting both the 3-cost guys, because then I can still play a 4-cost guy. I could do this and get the spell power, and he's also pretty survivable. But it doesn't give me the same offensive power that this does. And I mean, one of the guys I spell power is going to die anyway, so I think I'll save these as more of a surprise. Although the fact that I have 2 of them means it's redundant. I definitely don't need both of them for the surprise value. So what you got? If my opponent can kill this guy without using the Ventricle Mercenary, then I'm going to be in bad shape. And she's got 5 cards, 1 damage, 2 damage already on the table. She just needs 1 damage to him, really. An Arcane Missile has a reasonably good chance of doing 1 to him, even though it's split between the 4 targets.
What to do? What to do?
Yeah, seriously, what you doing? I am curious. Inquiring minds want to know. I have way too many of these guys and not enough spells that do damage. Damage dealing spells are all fireball. Another reason I should have polymorphed. I should have saved the polymorph. That sucks. Stupid freaking flame strike. Now I have nothing. Ugh, and I take 7. Yeah, that'll teach me to use the polymorph instead of the fireball. You will help a little. Yeah, okay.
Truth is my shield. Sometimes I forget things.
Yeah, I could play the Cult Master, but it's much more likely that he's going to die first before this does. This is at least sort of annoying. Now my opponent really wants to kill this, or polymorph it, which would be horrible. If she just polymorphs this right away, it might actually be good game right there. Like, not instantly, but I think that would be the... I think that I would lose my ability to fight back at that point. She's making a big difference right now. I forgot that he's actually in fireball range. I've been playing other classes and getting confused. There's a druid spell that does 5 damage. I keep thinking I have that, so I've actually been playing stupid this whole time. I should have blown him up. Idiot. You guys are watching like, what is he doing? I have a very large, flexible jaw. Yeah, this is not good. Now if I fireball him, it's even more annoying, because, like, what the hell? Could have done better. But we're going to try the whole shebang here. Now, I'm hoping the taunt will keep one of them alive, so I'm going to risk throwing one of the spell powers on him. And I'm going to still not fireball that thing, even though it's probably stupid.
Sometimes I forget things.
This is kind of for all the marbles. Again, everything, like, if she can just kill this guy easily, then that's bad. Damn it. If I could draw 1 or 2 cards out of that, it would have been great, but no. Silly me. Thought I had to try with the taunt. I should have fireballed this guy a million years ago. I don't know what I was thinking. I kept thinking it was like a 5 damage spell and it wasn't doing it. Or I kept thinking he had 7 toughness. Or my brain was just doing everything wrong for no reason whatsoever. I think I've got to get rid of this thing.
Where am I?
It's going to get ugly. So I now have no cards, and my army is not strong enough to be worth having no cards, especially since this guy can kill a 2-1 and draw an extra card. Like, my opponent's going to crush me. Oh, look at that. Boom. Extra card craziness. And still 8 mana. Oh. Really? That's not going to do it. I guess it is. It just means I'm going to have nothing. My opponent's going to have a billion cards. This is not a situation you ever want to be in. I have less health, 5 less cards, and nobody has anything in play. I don't think my opponent's going to die of fatigue in time for me to actually come back. Oh, really? He's got that too. Awesome. Now, I threw this game. I lose horribly. And it was pretty much my fault. Ugh. So bad. Splat 4, or does it just kill me now? Just kills me now. Pyro. Okay. That works too. Stupid. I think I could have done okay in that game if I had not been so stupid. It wasn't the polymorph, it's because I just didn't notice that my fireball would have done the job. Ugh. Moron. Oh, let's see what kind of moron rewards I get. Sense Demons? Randomly gave me a Sense Demons I didn't want? Hooray! Okay. Unpack. Don't care. Really? That's horrible. I don't want a stupid Coldite Seer. No, that was a pretty useless pack too. Awesome! Well, let's see if I can be less embarrassing next time. Please click the like button before it clicks you.